Hey guys, today we are doing another HIIT total body workout with a focus on your legs. You're gonna love this one. Get ready, grab your water, grab a towel if you need it, and then let's go.
Starting with our jack and lunge. Jack and now opposite leg, lunges back. Good. Keep your core nice and tight. Remember, when you lunge back, you always want to keep your front knee right over your foot. Do not let that knee go past your foot. You can modify with a step back and a jack instead of jumping back. There's another modification which is coming up, and it's a step out and back. And opposite side, step out and back. Each time keeping that core still pulled in nice and tight. Each move will be done for 50 seconds with a 10-second rest in between. Our second move is a sumo squat walk. So we want our toes pointed out for this one, sinking as low as you can, stepping over side to side, keeping that squat loaded the entire time. You're working your inner thigh here. It may feel a little bit strange, but make sure that you are once again keeping your core nice and tight. To modify, you just don't go down as low. So you're standing up higher in that walk. Skaters, we are hopping side to side, and when that leg goes back, the same side arm touches the floor. You can modify this by eliminating that hop and just stepping side to side, continuing to touch the floor, or you can eliminate that deep lunge altogether and touch your thigh. And our next move is a duck walk. So you make this as hard as you want it to. The lower you go, the more those thighs are gonna be on fire. So remember, stay low and keep the weight in your heels as you walk slowly forward and back. If you need a little relief and modifications, just stand a little taller. But remember, always keep your chest nice and high. Sumo squat hops with a punch. We are punching it out for 4, hopping it over, touching the ground, and punching again. To modify, we just eliminate touching the ground. Or for our next modification, you can actually just step it on over. Remember to keep your core pulled in and nice and tight throughout this entire move. Prisoner walks. We are taking a couple steps over, going down to our knees, back on up, while keeping our hands behind our head. We really want to stay low this entire move so that we can engage every muscle in our legs and glutes. To modify, you're going to not go down on your knees, and you will just step it back and then step it on over. Hovering child's pose into plank and then a tricep push-up. In that push-up, be sure to keep those elbows in, squeezing nice and tight to your sides to ignite those triceps. You can also modify here by just going down to your knee. Once you hit that plank, go to your knee for that push-up and then back up. Side plank leg lifts. Oh baby, get ready to feel that burn. You want to keep that hip nice and high the entire time. Don't let it sink down while squeezing your core in tight. Every time you pull that leg up, you want to make sure you're squeezing that glute. To modify, you just drop that bottom knee and continue to toe tap and lift straight up towards the ceiling. Remember to keep your hips square to knee. You're gonna switch and go to the opposite side after you've hit those 50 seconds and 10-second rest, and do the same exact thing on the other side. Feel free to put your arm wherever it feels comfortable and most balanced for you. That could be on your hip or on your head or up in the air. Whichever feels best for you is what you should do. Hovering tabletop. Here you want to keep your back like a tabletop with your knees slightly above the ground. One motion here is to just kick one foot up at a time, or you can kick it up a notch by tapping opposite shoulder. Or you can always just stay in that hovering tabletop the entire time. Your legs should begin to be on fire here. Keep on going, guys. You can do this. Burpee to a catcher position. So you stay low the entire time. You do not stand up here. You're bringing those legs in and just sitting straight up while staying in that squatted position. Pull that core in tight the entire time. You can modify by stepping back instead of hopping back. Or you can modify by only putting one hand down as you step it back, looking like this. The last way to modify here is to not do that burpee move at all and to stay standing up with a slightly loaded squat. Plank, tuck, jump, push up. We're back to those tricep push-ups, you guys. So here, squeezing those elbows in tight and really trying to get some height in that kick. You can also modify by going down to your knee for the push-up, just like we did before. You can also eliminate that hop by just stepping one foot in. So you're driving the one knee in, doing that push-up, and then opposite leg. The last modification is done on your knees. Yes, you guessed it. You can go down to your knee and stay there for this entire move. We're going back into that plank position for our mountain climbers. Guys, go all out here, push as hard as you can, and drive that knee in. If you need to slow it down, you just step it in and slow it on down. Kneeling hip lifts. So you are just lowering down as far as you can go while squeezing your glutes, pushing those hips up and through as you come up. If you cannot go all the way down, that's okay. Just go as far back as you possibly can while keeping your core nice and tight. Finish up, we're going back into that sumo squat. Our knees are pointed out, toes are pointed out, going nice and deep. Remember, this is our last move, so push it, you guys. Sink as low as you can. Fight for this last move. Lifting one heel at a time. If you need relief, you can stand a little taller, coming a little bit out of that squat. And there you have it, you guys. You have completed your workout. Great job.